Hey everyone. So today we're going to get into something fascinating and honestly a little weird, the psychology behind our money. We're going to explore why we do the things we do with our finances and how maybe, just maybe, understanding our own brain is the real secret to building wealth.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You ask yourself this question. You can have the most perfect budget, the most detailed spreadsheet, but there's still this anxiety that hangs around. So what gives? Well, here's a hint. The answer isn't in your calculator.
And this quote just nails it. The whole idea here is that being good with money has very little to do with how smart you are and absolutely everything to do with how you behave. It's a soft skill, not a hard science. And once you get that, it changes the entire game.
So the biggest thing holding you back? It's probably not your job or the stock market or the economy. It's the messy, complicated, and totally human wiring inside our own heads. Let's dig into what's actually going on up there when we think about money.
You see, what's so wild is that our brains are almost designed to mess this up. We're biologically wired to make financial blunders. Think about it. Our brains evolved to find the next meal and avoid getting eaten by a lion, not to calculate compound interest or navigate a volatile stock market.
We love to tell ourselves that we make these super rational, logical, financial decisions. But in reality, when the stakes are high, our biggest choices get hijacked by these really powerful, ancient emotions. Greed for that hot new stock, fear of missing out, or the ego that just won't let you cut your losses. Those are the real bosses in the room. And here's another classic mental trap we fall into. When we win, it's because we're geniuses, right? It was all skill. But when we lose, that was just bad luck. The truth is, luck, risk, and timing play a massive role in everything. The trick isn't to get luckier, it's to build a plan that can survive when your luck inevitably runs out.
Oh, this one is so important. We're constantly looking over our shoulder, right? At our friend's new car, our neighbor's kitchen remodel, some influencer's vacation. But it's a game you can't win. It has no finish line. There will always be someone richer. It is a recipe for being permanently unhappy.
So what do we do about all this? The goal isn't to become a financial robot. It's to be reasonable instead of trying to be perfectly rational. A reasonable plan is one you can actually stick to for decades, even when you're feeling greedy or fearful. It's sustainable, and over the long run, sustainability is what wins.
Okay, so understanding our own psychology is a huge leap forward. But there's another really crucial distinction we have to make, and it's one that almost everyone misses. The skills that make you rich are often the polar opposite of the skills that keep you rich.
Think about it. Getting rich often takes a ton of risk, a healthy dose of optimism, and yeah, some luck. But staying rich? That's a whole different ballgame. That's about survival. It's about humility, knowing you could lose it all. And it requires the discipline to be patient and avoid those dumb, greedy mistakes.
And that's really what it all boils down to. It's not about hitting a home run every single time. It's about simply staying in the game long enough for the magic of compounding to work. Not going broke is way more important than chasing some incredible gain. So if staying in the game is the real goal, what are the forces that are actually working for us? Well, it's not the flashy stuff. It's the quiet, kind of boring, almost invisible engines that do all the heavy lifting for you.
This is it. This is the secret sauce, and it's not a secret at all. It's compounding, earning returns on your returns. But look at these steps. The most important part here isn't the amount of money. It's step 2, time, a very long time. Time is, without a doubt, the most powerful force in all of finance.
This idea can change how you see everything. We think wealth is the fancy car or the big house, but that's not wealth. That's just spending. Real wealth is the money you don't see. It's the savings and investments that are working for you quietly in the background. That's what buys you freedom. That's what buys you options and control over your life.
This might be the most valuable and most difficult financial skill of all. The problem with not having a goal for enough is that you just keep moving the goalposts, and that's dangerous. It pushes you to take bigger and bigger risks you don't need to take, putting the wealth you already have on the line.
Okay, so we've torn apart our own psychology. We've looked at the real engines of wealth. What does this all look like in the real world? Let's put it all together into a new playbook. Just a few simple behaviors that can be the foundation for everything.
It's not rocket science. First, save money. Consistently. It's the price of admission. Second, as you earn more, fight the urge to spend more. That's how you really get ahead. Always think about the long term. That's where the real growth happens. Remember that the world is unpredictable. respect risk. And finally, use your money to buy control over your time. That's worth more than any status symbol you can buy.
You know, if you take just one thing away today, let it be this. This one sentence sums up the entire idea. Your behavior with money is a more powerful asset than your salary, your intelligence, or your investment picks, period. So I'll leave you with that to chew on. We spend so much energy focused on the numbers, what's in our accounts, what the market is doing, but maybe, just maybe, the most valuable work we can do is on the mindset that controls it all.